think really a powerful symbol, that moment where, so it's a buddy movie, it's a detective story, it's a movie about fatherhood, but it's
Yeah.
also has the structure in the Sully and Boo relationship of a
Right.
romantic comedy. Just it's like it's a
But
platonic
yeah, it's not.
romance. Like
Yeah.
it's a father daughter,
Right.
right? So he
Right.
gets girl, gets girl, loses daughter, gets daughter
Hmm.
back, kind of thing. And so in that
Yeah.
moment where he like manifests his monstrosity, because the whole time
Right.
Boo should be afraid of this guy. He's like the number one
Well,
monster.
that's the best part of the movie, I think, is when he actually lets the monster out, and she's like, "Oh my gosh!" Like there is actually a terrifying beast that's there, and then she runs off, and then it was such a moment that like as a dad you can just relate to when like you used to go to set boundaries and you'd yell and anger and all that comes out, which is part of being a dad, and there's a way that that's got to go. But when your kids first experience that, it's like, whoa, there's it's jarring.
Yeah. So the like monstrosity within every father,
Yeah.
that is in part what draws your children and your spouse, like, and your role. It like draws people to that role. It's also the thing that has to be meted out so delicately.
Well,
And
I think it's why why it works for these characters, why she feels secure with Sully, because yes, he's this big teddy bear to her, but he's also big and strong and a protector who can provide security for a helpless child like that. And it intuitively makes sense as a viewer that that character would experience that. But then when the monster gets unleashed, it's like, oh my gosh, that is very much there. But you can't have that strong protector without that monster.
Right. And the way that they make it right, when he comes out and he's scary. And so for one thing, he's not doing it at a human. He's just demonstrating like how the depth of the abyss, right? Like that's in us. And then later on, Boo finds herself in a position where she needs a monster.
Yeah.
And first of all, she needs a monster in Sully, but also she needs a monster in herself. And when why am I blanking on his name? Steve Buscemi.
Randall?
Yeah. When she turns on him, because Randall was her monster.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, he's a shape-shifting, slithering, like he's a dragon, right? He's like a magic evil, like serpent. So he's kind of looks like Satan. He's also kind of a dragon. He's right. And so that's her.
He's a liar. He's an accuser. He's the,
He's killing children, right? So he steals, kills, and destroys, right? So he has all the qualities of Satan. It's Boo's personal, Satan.
There's also a bit of a like the spirit of Cain in his character, where he's resentful that he's not the guy. His sacrifices aren't enough, and Sully's always one step ahead of me. Kind of similar to Scar in The Lion King. Mufasa gets all the things, and I should be the one who's better.
Right, which is the fallen star Lucifer story. So he's like extremely Luciferian.
I'm smarter. Yeah.
And he's clever, and like he is really good at being a monster.
He's a good villain. Yeah.
He's and like so he does have a lot of these qualities that he's just so anyway, in order for Boo to defeat, because she's the one who defeats her monster, and she defeats it by turning around and doing the same roar that she watched Sully do. And so it's like, on the one hand, it's heartbreaking because he absolutely scared her and it risked their relationship. And then on the other hand, it was necessary in order to equip her to be able to embody that herself in order to face the world and defeat this accuser that, Satan just means accuser. Right. And so I think about, as a father, we're constantly juggling this dance of like, yes, I want to be your friend and I want to be in a relationship with you. Yeah. And I'm your dad. I'm like the giant monster that has to that you have to live with. I'm sorry, you have to live with someone who's like 8 times your mass, and but I'm responsible to equip you to go and fight your own accusers and monsters out in the world.
Well, I think so. On one hand, yes, I'm sorry you have to deal with the intimidation of dealing with this big, strong, scary guy at home in your father. Also, man, you need a big, strong, scary guy at home in your father to be able to equip you to do all those things. Because if you don't have that in a way that's channeled appropriately, like you can't, she doesn't get equipped in that way. You can't learn all
Yeah.
those things to
Yeah, Randall wins.
encounter the world. Yeah, Randall absolutely wins. And
Had she not witnessed what a real monster looks like and been able to internalize it and integrate it and then use it appropriately on
yeah,
the right target,
yeah,
she would just continue being afraid of Randall
right.
and then be in a state of continued childhood.
And it works because he's an integrated monster. He's able to, I mean, he's a softy big teddy bear guy throughout the movie, but you realize early on it is because he is the star player of the team. He is the most competent, capable one, and does have a genuinely scary side. And I feel like, some people might hear this and be like, oh, what? So you want dad to just be this big angry tyrant who just like throws around his weight and bosses everyone around? No, that's the villain Randall.
I'll tell you what it is. It's the other idiots on the monster floor.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Because they're monstrous sort of incidentally. And so they make dumb mistakes and they're comic relief left and right. And it's like slapstick stuff because they're monsters very incidentally.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that like Sully trains. Sully is monstrous very intentionally.
Right.
And so that I think is what we're telling people, or what we think the movie is telling people is like hone this, train this, be intentional.
Channel it to the proper place.
Yeah.
Find the place that this needs to go. And, I don't think it's an accident in the end. Out of that biggest scary guy, you discover, hey, laughter is actually a better energy here that creates that. But I think you don't get to that without the foundation of the tough guy, the fear, the respect, all that comes with that, right? Because without that, if he's just hapless, if he's just Mr. Softy the whole time, but there's no substance behind it, then he's useless. Then he's not going to be worthy of being any sort of father figure. And it's, we say, I think it's the Peterson quote, you're scared of what strong men look like wait till you see what weak men are capable of. Like, that's what I see like a resentful guy like Randall would be.
Yeah. Randall and the people who are complicit in him. But so those are the weak men. They're like, sure, whatever you want. You guys are impressive and scary enough, and I'll just go along with it.
Well, and they hide behind their role. They hide behind Randall's. He's another one of the star players on the team, and he really wants to be the guy and the boss. He just throws the weight around the company, and he can play that boss role, but he doesn't really have much of like substance or competence or actual skill to back it up.
I think that, like, in terms of symbolism, obviously there's layers and layers and layers of themes and the plot devices and the character twists and so we could examine all of that, but from the perspective of like symbolism and story dads, this is a very dad
absolutely, it's a dad movie for sure. Yeah.